Yeah, so I would like to request the third team, Pragmatic, to come on stage. You have 5 minutes to present.
Hi, my name is Praveen. I'm the co-founder of Pragmatic. Joined by me with me is my team of Satish, Kritik, and Ash. We try to solve the problem of creating the most simplistic business user-based way to get AI insights without the need for huge setup, infrastructure, or code or data science teams. So the problem context, as you see here, was to have a AI-powered query interface for business insights, and it, yeah, sorry about that. Thank you. So, quick note of introduction. My name is Praveen. I'm the co-founder of Pragmatic. We built the first possible business context-based insights, which is the most simplistic form of getting AI-based intelligence insights. We are not just building an AI tool for insights. We have built an entire orchestration layer of insights, turning to action plans, turning that into presentation decks, as well as transformation using code to get a prototype. So we are a full stack business context, business strategy, execution engine. And for this problem statement that we had, so the problem statement, as you see, is to build a system that does not allow, does not want the business user to have ClickSense or any of these standard-based tools that are out there. They wanted an intelligence layer over on top of their existing data sets and intelligence. So for this hackathon, this was the objective to create a developed AI-powered query interface. And to do this, this is our approach. We took, we understood the core of the problem was simplicity, which means that business users need to get onto the AI use cases and AI insights faster, which allows them for a self-service sort of mode, rather than waiting for this to being a ticket for generating an insight and then doing things on top. So we build contextual instant insights from the data set, and this all happens with frictionless integration. One of the key points is that we use the most lowest common use denominator of AI, which is a CSV file or a PDF, but we are able to generate a lot of insights from a CSV file, and CSV file emitted by most of the application systems out there. So thanks to the vibe coding, instead of making a pitch deck, I made a real animation of the actual live things that are happening in the application. So the data extraction, we built a layer for the enterprise in terms of the Dataverse for MX Exchange Azure, because the client mentioned that there is a possibility that this could be on Dynamics. This moves into a secure storage on our AWS S3 cloud, where we trigger automatic insights, which helps people jumpstart to start querying, also look at things that they can be doing, generate contextual insights based on the context that has been fed to it. This is the most important part, where we are able to generate multi-dimensional pre-insights onto the data set without the user ever asking for it. All set up in terms of the simplicity and ease of use. Insights are getting ready. Once the insights are ready, the overall client universe, which was the problem of having multitude of client data sets to understand, all comes up as insights ready built. So just to say, mission complete in terms of what we did, because the hackathon had 22 hours and we had to do a couple of things to get this framework running. And I think we were able to address close to 96% of the problem, except for creating a contextual query based on the same questions, which we said we'll do later. So this results in this main part where we have the pre-generated questions. AI has looked into the data set that was submitted, the synthetic data that was generated, it went of 25,000 records. The AI went through all the possible combination, and we generated a set of 62 questions. And in the 62 questions, all these dimensions, all these query base, all the context was generated by AI, and it was auto-populated here for the people to see. So all they do is when they click something like this, they get to that Pulse question. Why Pulse generated this question is very important, because KPIs, objectives, strategies are driven by CXOs and VPs, but they also would want to know why you need to ask a certain questions. I think AI has given the power, as yesterday somebody mentioned, that to ask the right questions. So we are able to generate these questions. We are able to create the primary findings. We are able to give the key recommendations, and we support this with data sets that they can further drill down to, which are very important for business to look at secondary findings, root cause analysis, impacts, and recommendations. So this is one part which we generate, all these attributes. So once this is done, the main interface comes in. As I said, we are building, I come from a consulting and financial services background. So working with clients, I found that the diagnosing a client's problems to create transformation is the most painful aspect because you end up months spending time collecting data, interviews and things. But at the end of the day, we needed a tool to put the diagnostics upfront. So when I run a diagnostics, it can be as simple as running the CSV files direct upload into their structure or a PDF file. The moment you do it, our auto schema intelligence kicks in. It understands the file, the context, what the file is about, what the table's attributes are about, and it allows the people to cleanse the data if they want. And once it is uploaded, the insights gets generated automatically, like you saw the pre-gen. They can define business context by selecting the departments. They can also define business context by putting product-related data, product-related context, information, services which they want, which all goes into the AI to build the context setting for the AI to give you proper deep insights. Most importantly, you could create knowledge base within the organization, which is to have your documents uploaded in terms of your templates, frameworks, policies, frameworks, metrics, and KPIs, and all the data that is going to get aggregated is going to look at those aspects of it. Once this is done, comes to the part of discovery, where one needs to ask a question. I need to move to you, please. Okay. I need to just get this. So, yeah, now I need to show the part where okay, fine, fair enough. So this is one of the questions that we can type in. Once it comes with the summary, it comes with the detailed recommendations, it comes with the action plan, it segregates automatically in terms of the insights. It then, you can generate a PPT file out of that by saying the title, let's say, great hack. So this creates a slide. The clients wanted to use this because normally I've seen in practice, clients want to have their data sets to be presented in a nice PPT. Here I'm using, instead of an API, a direct call to Gamma, which is a nice PPT builder. I could connect to anything else. Once it generates the stuff. From here I say continue. It generates the files that are required. So you can share the files, you can send by PPTs, PDFs, you can make actionable live workflows between the users. Tasks are getting allocated to them automatically, and the slide decks also can be shared for their management meetings and things. So this context is also done because we are using only the text that has been supplied for all the insights, and we could create these nice looking, thanks to Gamma, it writes all the PDFs and insights that is required. So next comes the important part. In the hackathon, I found that one of the important things that we need to do is to show the enterprise that we could bring this as part of their ecosystem. So as you can see, we have built the adapters, native adapters to the Power Apps ecosystem, which we wrote yesterday, and we could pull the same data sets that we have shown you as a CSV into this. It's pulling and culling from to the main cloud. And we are also able to show that how the business users will use it within the ecosystem. We built a plugin to their MS Dynamics program and the CRM that they use. So we satisfied everything from trying to collate information from the MS Dynamics platform and put it back into their business users live here for them to test. So being the Vibe Hackathon, I thought why not do something creative using the Vibe coding, and I thought that we should build something as a client universe. And sorry? Time's up with the flow. Just this. So this, we are able to pop up information directly onto this stuff. Thanks.
First of all, I think you guys have built a lot. We can see in demo. So how big was the team? I think you have army of forces. So many people.
No, true to the fact of AI, build a three-man team, worked for this thing. We prepared ourselves. There were a lot of discussions. Mentors like Mohit helped us in terms of kind of contextualizing, framing what needs to be the objective, because we could have been all over the place. So we wanted to solve one problem and another problem, which was PS13. Both got solved there. So it's like one stone and two fruits that we are able to do. Yeah. So this is three team.
Okay. How did you refresh the data from because enterprise keep changing the data, right? Correct. So you have shown the connection at the beginning, but correct, how do you refresh the data?
Yeah, we write cron jobs to keep pinging. We have APIs that connect into data sets. We write a continuous automator to get the data whenever they put the data, or pull from on a continuous cron stuff agent that we write.
But cron will not be a good choice because you don't know when it's gonna change. How frequently you plan to run these crons?
We have not decided, because current use case was to solve problems where the users don't even use access to APIs and adapters. As I said, they wanted to have the CSV files to be uploaded to get the information. So yeah, that's something I'll consider.
I think the presentation was great. The UI is fantastic, but I have some
Thanks to
lingering
the vibe
doubts.
coding.
Yeah, but I have some lingering doubts about the quality of data. If I was a CXO, the first thing I would kind of look for, which I found kind of missing in the product, is citations. Because I know AI hallucinates. I want my first instinct would be to have this as a maybe like a co-pilot, for example, for a business analyst, and make sure that the SQL queries it's generating, whatever, like
Right.
any kind of querying, is actually generated right. And I didn't see that level of um, didn't see that level of inspection is possible. I don't know if that was not shown or if it was possible. So that's, I feel that is like a big glaring missing piece in my opinion, to have those citations.
Sure.
The fantastic job by the UI. I mean, I loved it. I think
Thank you.
Jitendra.
Just to answer the question, we have the citations where we say how the question was actually answered. And we have the citation to say that what code logic was built. Because our engine works on what is called a mixture of agents, architecture, chain of thought. So the code which we generate actually cannot hallucinate, because we have also fixed the temperature to around 0. 0.1 in terms of the AI context, so we can create repeat results. Because one of the most important things in financials, I can't allow the AI to hallucinate and show different answers to the same questions again and again. So we've solved that. I have this thing which I ran through Claude, which I generated synthetic data. I have the screenshot. When Claude, GPT and other DeepSeek said these answers are possible with the data set I generated, and we ran our code for an eval on that. I'm seeing here that they said, I completely apologize, you're absolutely correct. Your code is correct, I was wrong. I hallucinated with the new synthetic data I generated for this question. So revenue growth, you are right, code is right, I was wrong. RWA growth, you are right, I was wrong. RWA change, synthetic data, you are right, I was wrong. This is coming from Claude 4 Sonnet.
Yeah, no, I think my question is a little more fundamental. Like one is citation. The other thing in such kind of use case, right, and Jitendra also, we were just talking about that, is how did you evaluate, right? Because you can build all of these solutions, but like what is like evaluation to make sure that the accuracy of the data is good? I mean, yes, and the insight in terms of generating the question, fantastic job.
Correct.
I think those guardrails in the enterprise scenarios, I want those guardrails, and I felt that was kind of missing.
To answer your question, the guardrails that we created is purely by code. For example, Yashwant can explain how we build the guardrails. Just fast, please.
The thing is quite easy. The question which are given, the code will be generated for the question. So given an CSV file, if you just weave in the code, you have the answer for that. So if it says for the fiscal year of last year, the result is 200 million. You may say it's wrong. Your gut feeling might say it could be higher. But the thing is, there will be code evidence behind it. So you could just fetch that code. It will be shown as a log. You can fetch that code, and then that will confirm your findings.
So I have run this with current of my clients who are two SME clients in the wealth management space who have been 50 years in the industry. And I'm processing close to around 12 GB of their data, which includes insurance, DMATs and stuff. So last 6 months, we have run out this grounding, evaluation, and accuracy levels, because one of the most important things that we've strived for is getting accuracy and quality of results. And I think we are close enough to achieve that, with other modifications that comes. Thanks.
Thank you, Pragmatic. Nice presentation, actually.
Thank you.